So yeah, we're gonna start off with the Open League 2, and we're hoping for some great races. So yeah, what do you think? What do you expect from this evening?
Well, last week we had, the grill was doing quite alright, but there was an issue with Matze, so sadly they weren't able to really grab the front of this group. So they're now tied with the Smurfs too, so that should be an interesting battle today, I guess. Maybe some teams from the background can come back in sight there, but I'm not sure. You
Yeah,
any
we're gonna
idea?
find out.
Yeah. Well, and we're already off, so
Yeah,
let's
so
see.
let's see. We got ESL Lost in Thought as this week's track for the Open League 2. So let's see. Some early mistake by Xenop here. He drops down to almost last place here. At the front we got Yakuzi, currently battling it out with Yami, who's actually playing for the first time in this season for Team Grill. So let's see how Yami will be doing. Looking forward to his performance. He's quite a good player actually. He's quite good when he actually practices. So let's see if he can keep up my expectations. So yeah, Yakuzi on second, Greenius on third. So Greenius playing once again for Team Grill. Goes up to second place after lap 1. Gaura currently on fourth. And right behind we have Swag, aka Fury, who did a very nice race in the last week. Unfortunately, by the end of the race he did a couple of unfortunate mistakes, and as a result he dropped down a few positions. But I'm sure he can keep up his great stuff in this race again.
I think there is a mistake in the server settings, because there's only 18 laps on the board.
Oh, that's not good actually. Can you have a look at that?
Yeah, looking, but it's really difficult to fix that during the race.
I mean, if it's early on, then you could still probably restart.
So what?
But yeah, anyway, let's continue casting the race right here. So we got the Stereo Gang, who is taking the inside line here. So we've seen it in the Premier League last time, where Quentin was pretty much the only one who took the inside line in that corner, and it turned out that the wide line is actually quicker. So Stereo Gang, as a result, will be a little slower than his opponents. And right behind we have Vinny, or Bumper, for the second Smurf team. Right behind is Metsu Smurf and his teammate Haase. On 11th place we got Lawrence and Xenop on last place. Those did a couple of mistakes here, it seems. So let's see if there's anything at the front to look at. Yeah, so what about the restart? Do you think it's a possibility now?
Well, since we're already a few laps in, I think it's... Yeah, fuck.
Just 18 laps then?
Just 18 laps this week.
Alright.
Just a shitty mistake in the server settings, and somehow I didn't notice and no one noticed, so yeah.
Yeah, I guess everybody's like playing with interface off, or no one cares apparently. So I guess it's still fine. 18 laps will still be enough to make it an interesting race.
Well, maybe the team members can say this information to them.
Yeah, depends if they are on voice chat, of course. But
of course,
well,
yeah.
Let's just focus on this race. I think 18 laps can be good enough as well. It's
absolutely
unfortunate, but yeah.
Yeah, mistakes can happen. So apologies from the casters team and from the admins at this place. So yeah, let's go back to the race right here. So we got Yami, who already got a pretty decent lead here. It's 1.5 seconds ahead of everybody, just 4 laps into the race. So that's actually quite impressive. So let's see if he can continue this great race. Let's have a look at Yakuzi. He's battling it out with Fury and Gaura for second place. Yakuzi with a bit more speed through the 180. Goes up to third. Oh, that was super close to the wall. Huh? That could have gone the other way. Still on third place though. Fury going for the inside line on the multi-lap. Did not pay off. Oh, and a huge mistake by Jacuzzi. He hits the inside. And that's not good.
Oh, it's
That's
very
not
unfortunate.
Yeah, he drops down just one position, but he lost valuable time. So that was an unfortunate mistake by Jacuzzi. Drops down to 6th place. Let's bumper pass him.
Well, he's not very far behind Bumper, but of course now quite some distance between him and the players in front of Bumper, so it might be hard for him to catch up again.
Yeah, true.
There,
I mean,
so-
in Open League 2, we always had like pretty big gaps between the players. Like the top 3, 4 were kind of close, but then we have quite big gaps down to the other players. So it will require some good laps by him to come back to recover from this mistake. Well, Grenius entering the next lap also goes for a little bit more to the inside line here, but still kind of paid off here. So he's still pretty close to Gara and Fury. You see very different line choices in that right GP corner. But everybody keeps a solid pace until now.
Yeah, well, it's also interesting for the standings in this group, because we have Le Grill in 1st and 4th position, so they will certainly get into best position now, and Gara just dropped back, so
Oh, what happened?
even better for Le Grill. Yeah, he touched the wall and sadly crashed
Dropped
slightly
down.
there.
All
so,
right.
yeah.
Well, he's still on 4th place, so it's not lost yet, that's for sure.
Nope. Well, the team behind them is Drift Nation, so they have Furry there at the beginning, but in the front. But Xenop is really in 12th position now, so
Yeah, Xenop, unfortunately, with a pretty bad start into this race. He's 15 seconds behind the leader. So, pretty unfortunate start for him and for his team.
Yep. So they can't really make the jump in the standings this way, but too bad for Xenop.
Yep, indeed. Oh, and we see a mistake by Vinny. So Jacuzzi will take over his position. Jacuzzi now up to 5th place.
And Vinny is dropping back to 7th now, just behind Stereo Gang.
Vinny is currently trying to get back a little, trying to recover from his mistake. Let's see if he can make something happen. 10 laps remaining, so yeah, once again, it's a shorter race. We got 18 laps only instead of the 24. But yeah, 10 laps are still, I would say, enough time to make something happen. Vinny slightly catching up to Stereo Gang in the downhill corner. Now approaching the 180, also pretty decisive part of the track. Want to keep as much speed as possible through it. Same for this very long right corner on platform. So the gap is kind of the same, entering the multi-lap. That was a very risky line by Stereo Gang, almost hits the inside line. Yami setting a new fastest lap time, 54.393. That's pretty solid. Oh, you can... okay, that's interesting strat for that chicane part. So Bumper's actually going for a drift there. Oh, that was... oh, wow. He saved it there.
Yeah,
he saved it there.
very
That was
close.
some good reflexes by Vinny there. Good stuff. So he saved himself from touching the wall, and he's still kind of caught up to Stereo Gang. Now goes for the inside line again, overtakes him, but Stereo Gang with more speed. Over the next uphill, now approaching the 180 and 180 again, and Vinny, not the best line.
No, he didn't get much speed out of that, and Stereo Gang overtakes him again. But now inside.
Yeah, neck to neck here right now.
Stereo Gang
Entering the next lap.
got much speed out of there, but Vinny now going very high there.
That was a bad turn.
Yeah, that was not...
I mean, look at the speed. Look at the speed. So Stereo Gang must have done a pretty bad trajectory there. But yeah, It's still it's still the same after that corner. The gap didn't really change. So Vinny going up.
Yeah, now it
To
seems
7th
Stereo
place.
Gang is going back a little bit. So Vinny there with the overtake.
Indeed, and they're closing into Jacuzzi actually. Jacuzzi on 5th position, and both of them are actually getting closer to him. So Stereo Gang and Vinny are gaining on Jacuzzi.
Well, meanwhile, for 3rd position, it's a huge battle between Gara and Fury. Who are, well, Fury just overtook Gara, I think, but they're still in it here. And, well, yeah, it's for 3rd, so low spot.
Yeah, also Gara going for the drift here, so that's quite interesting to see. So Bumper wasn't the only one who does the drift there. So that's pretty cool to see that people are actually trying different strats on this track. I would say the drift is obviously like safer, but definitely not the faster choice.
Well,
So
sometimes
Gara,
it's also a bit about, well, saving it for yourself. If you're not
yeah,
sure
of course,
you can make it otherwise, then yeah.
Yeah. I mean, especially in a race like this, in endurance, you always want to avoid the mistakes. And if you have to take a drift, which is a little slower, it's still better than hitting the wall, obviously.
Sure.
So yeah, entering the next lap, Gara still very close by. Even though I feel like Fury is getting away slightly, especially in this part.
There's getting more distance between them too, so I think Fury might be getting away from Gara here, and might actually be getting closer towards Greenius on second.
But Fury with a mistake, and Gara will overtake him on the uphill.
Yeah.
So Fury must have touched the wall on the inside, perhaps, in that
I didn't see
left
it, but
drift.
yeah.
So Fury now dropping down. Now it's the other way around. Gara on 3rd and Fury on 4th.
And it really took away some speed, so it's Gara now getting slightly away from Fury.
Indeed. Gara 5.2 seconds behind the leader, which is still Yami. So Yami continues to drive really well in this race, and his teammate Greenius also on 2nd place. So right now we got the maybe expected domination of the grill. Would you agree on that?
Yeah, well, they tried last week, but it didn't work out well for Matze last week. But Greenius was doing quite alright, and now he's back in 2nd too, just behind Yami. So yeah, I think it was to be expected that they would try something like this week.
Yeah, and it definitely paid off. I mean, as you can see, 1-2, that's currently the best you can get. So if they can keep it up, they can definitely recover from the bad last week.
Yeah, well, it's how you define bad, of course.
I mean, one
bad,
DNF and one, I don't know,
one first place.
Placed.
He got 1st place. So
oh, he got 1st. All right.
Yeah. So that's nice points, but yeah, if you don't finish, you get nothing, of course. So that's.
Of course. Anyways, let's have a look at Jacuzzi. He's still battling it out with Stereo Gang. Currently ahead though, on 7th place.
Yeah, Stereo is just behind him, and he has a different line on this uphill part. But doesn't, well, he seems to get a little bit closer to Jacuzzi. But
Jacuzzi goes too much to the inside there. That was to be expected with that approach. There's no way you could like get through the corner like this. Not possible. So Jacuzzi dropping down to 8th place again. Stereo Gang taking over that 7th position. But we still got 4 laps left, so we might see a few position changes still.
Oh, and Air Coco just with a real crash. He was just about to overtake Vinny, but
indeed,
now he gets overtaken by Stereo Gang. So back to 7th position.
Yeah, Stereo Gang taking advantage of these mistakes. Finds himself on 6th place now. And now Jacuzzi is battling it out with his teammate Air Coco. Oh, but another mistake in the chicane part. And yeah, he could have gone for the drift. That could have been one way to perhaps avoid the mistake, but now it happened, unfortunately. So Air Coco dropping further.
Yeah, Metsu now on 9th place. 1 up on 8th. Yep.
Yeah.
All the guys behind Air Coco are now quite a bit away, so probably not much pressure there anymore. But apart from that, it's quite, well, not really close anymore, this part of the
Yeah,
race.
quite
You are
stable.
around the second, but that's about the smallest gap we got for the moment. Well, we got Metsu and Air Coco still very close. It seems that Metsu made a little mistake, because Air Coco was just behind him, we saw last time, so Metsu now back in 9th instead of 8th, where now Air Coco is.
Yep. So yeah, we got 2 laps remaining, and the positions seem to be set in stone for the most part. So we might see the one or other guy maybe taking some extra risks, but I doubt it.
Well,
Let's
I
see
think
if,
we can say that we have a safe 1-2 for the grill this week.
yeah, for sure.
I don't expect them to make a mistake now, but you never know, of course.
Anything can happen in this game, but I guess they're experienced enough to like avoid the risks and just go for the safe routes.
Yep.
And just save it until the end. So Fury is currently trying to make something happen, but instead he goes to the wall and he loses some ground. Once again, down to Gara. So it's the last lap, and unless something else really happens, I doubt that we will see any change.
Well, yeah, it wasn't really that bad for Fury, because he has quite some distance behind him. But yeah, it will be hard for him to overtake Hara now. We're in the last lap, so
Yeah, I think Gara knows that he has a comfortable lead, so I doubt he's gonna make any risks towards the end. So
probably
Yami
not.
finishing on first place, by the way.
Yeah.
Great stuff, great race. Grenius taking second place, Gara on third, followed
Yeah.
by Fury on fourth. Next up is Vinny taking fifth place with a 13-second gap. Stereo Gang on sixth place, Yakuzi finishing on seventh, Air Coco on eighth, Metsu on ninth, Xenop at 10, Arce finishing on 11th position, and now it's only Larence.
Yeah, it's
So
almost.
GG, well played, everybody.
Yep. Too bad for the miscount in laps.
Yeah, that's of
Yep.
course unfortunate, but yeah, I guess.
And there, everyone has finished.
Indeed, yeah, I guess everybody has like understanding for this situation. Although we might see some shitstorm coming up now. But anyway, that was the Open League 2, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching, and see ya soon for the Premier League. That's going to be fun.
Yep, will be next.
Stay tuned.